Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to some more Zero. Welcome back to another Pro 1v1 match. Today we've got a very recent replay between two expert players. Up in the top of Yelling Avalanche, we have the green player, the green beast. This is the GLA vanilla. This is ViViD. All the way down in the south, facing him today, we have the blue player, also GLA vanilla, and also an expert player. This is LoGiCa. So, what build orders are we going to see between these two players? So far, looks like a 3 supply build order from ViViD. From experience, I think he likes to go for that quite often. It's boxed in his main supply. That supply is kind of wide open to a technical, and he is repairing his oil all the way over on the right hand side. On this map, you start with a really damaged oil. All the way over there is probably worth the $200 of getting a worker to repair that straight away. Otherwise, the technical from the opponent just goes there straight away, shoots them barrels, and it basically probably will die straight away. I can't remember exactly, but I think it will. If not, just one tech RPG. One tech with one RPG inside of it would also finish that oil really quick. And there we go, TNT straight away from ViViD. It's actually kind of nice what he's done there. It's very, very nice. Kills that oil straight away. So I'd say quite a nice start there so far from ViViD. Saying that though, he's going to lose a couple of workers here. 2 have died so far. Technical is now being hit. But whilst all of this is going on, LoGiCa and his economy is basically a 50% disadvantage than ViViD. ViVid's on 3 supplies, LoGiCa only on 2, and on LoGiCa's also got no workers here. Has he had a technical in there killing him? I think he probably has, probably that we've missed. But I'd say so far advantage for ViViD just because of the sheer economy. ViViD running around with different technicals. This one in the main base won't get anything done, but this one over here is once again wide open. I swear some of these died already. So ViViD with some nice kills there. LoGiCa effectively only on 1 supply now, whilst ViViD is still collecting on all 3. This is obviously very, very beneficial for ViViD. LoGiCa deciding to drop down a 3rd supply. I think he realizes the situation. I think he's seen this. I think he knows about this. He also had a technical here, so he definitely knows. Obviously, ViViD took his main. Palace being built up on the top right. The big tech RPG push here from LoGiCa gets pretty much shut down. Another 2 technicals pushing forward. But LoGiCa runs into a tunnel, though. And a Vet 3 technical. Not a souped up super tech, but now it is, I think. I think that is a super tech now. RPG's going inside. And if ViViD can repair that and seal off that entrance with maybe another tunnel, that does become a really, really hard point to contest. LoGiCa does have the map control advantage over here, getting himself on this additional supply. LoGiCa also has got an oil, which means his economy is more in it now, but tech-wise, he's behind with the Palace by like 70%, and ViViD is also getting an additional oil over on the right, and he's going to try and get that one too. Whereas LoGiCa obviously lost that one. So ViViD playing for the longer game here. But he's still running around. At least LoGiCa knows the Palace situation. So he'll probably try and drop down his own Palace. Technical in the main base there as well. But once again, LoGiCa's lost workers. And ViViD also lost workers there, but I feel like overall LoGiCa has lost more. Super tech control firing over there to hit the workers. So annoying to deal with this. It requires so much micro time to chase that. And yeah, it can pick off barracks pretty easily. It could even pick off 1 or 2 quads with the correct micro there as well. So yeah, I still think ViViD here is ahead. And he's an additional oil ahead. Had his 3rd supply for longer. But LoGiCa is grabbing this oil over on the left. Is that going to be a TNT from ViViD, or is he just going to brute force kill this? Looks like brute force is a tech RPG. ViViD deciding to make a run for it. I'm pretty sure he could have suicided that. He could have gone in the back there and just shot it. He would have lost the technical eventually. But I think he sees higher value in running around with that at a minute. LoGiCa just going to brute force kill this building over on the left. Supertech is going to escape. Yeah, it is a big annoying thing that still made LoGiCa react, but he probably could have killed that oil. But maybe going for a TNT a little bit later on would have been actually better. Yeah, this could be a TNT. Definitely got something inside of it, because when I draw a box around it, it doesn't select the technical. TNT does come in, and that oil is dead. So LoGiCa's lost that oil, and then one on the left. An additional unit inside there. Could have got some quads, but sadly not for ViViD. But LoGiCa still holds this position over on the left side. Technical also coming through for LoGiCa. He's going for that oil up in the top left. And he gets it. And Buggy's already out though for ViViD. He's got units inside of his palace and he's dropping down markets. Technical for LoGiCa with an extra unit in it once again. I think Fargo popularized that. Bring in one more unit than you actually need. But once again, that super tech being really, really annoying. It could even get the deny on the palace here. It could stop that worker if he's quick. I don't think he's going to be quick enough. But it's just annoying, isn't it? Because you're constantly having to deal with this technical. The technical's got loads of ways of escaping. Could go down here. It's probably the best way. But I think ViViD, yeah, it's got as much as he can out of that now. It wasn't paying attention for a second and eventually loses it. Yeah, DoMiNaToR getting a few kills here. Get the rebel there as well. Could shoot the explosive barrels, might help finish this oil. Yeah, he gets it. I like the explosion on the explosive barrels. I think it's something that should be in more maps in general. It's like a little cool dynamic feature, isn't it? That you can shoot and it explodes. Nice explosion without causing too much of a lag. Okay, Jean-Michel versus Jean-Michel. Who is going to have the patience? I have a feeling that ViViD is going to be the more patient. But I might be wrong. It just looks like he's going to snipe one of those buggies. LoGiCa is still collecting on the left, and he has that oil. ViViD still has this oil over here, but surrounded by 3 tunnels. And there's a battle bus out now as well. ViViD slowly gaining ground. LoGiCa counter-attacking in this position. ViViD just seems to have a bit of momentum about him. And he's also got his first Scud Storm up. He's about to lose his battle bus though. It's a nice pick off there from LoGiCa. But I think LoGiCa is just running a little bit behind most of the game. Like the palace into a market, into a Scud has just been a little bit behind ViViD. ViViD even dropped down a few more markets. And the second Scud Storm is going up for ViViD. Bit of a trade-off here in terms of the buggies. ViViD got the upgrade advantage. But it looks like he wants to get that oil for himself, but whilst it's not captured, the money is still going to LoGiCa for the time being. But ViViD brings this rebel. Jean-Michel. Not sniping anything just yet, but you can't do it that close to quads anyway. LoGiCa is losing some important units here, like that's a vet too. It's going to give him loads of XP. So always the quads at the front are going to be able to tank the damage, but they also generally get picked off pretty fast against buggies. But ViViD now moving in. Two groups of units. The buggies and the quads are also coming around the back. Arms dealer looks like he's taking a bit of a beating. LoGiCa's going to try to defend it, but I think it's going to go down regardless. Whilst the buggies fend off against each other, that arms dealer is taking a heavy beating. Get a Vet 3 quad there. XP gap is getting a little bit closer, I think. But ViViD just seems to have all the momentum about him. And actually, we've seen that be TNT'd, which are completely missed. ViViD now pushing forward. And yeah, LoGiCa's main supply is getting harassed. Yeah, ViViD expanding, and he has that oil now. His Scud is also going to fire sooner. But the whole time, LoGiCa's been able to collect on the right. Yeah, 2 Scud Storms in play. CC being built. 3rd Scud Storm being built. Now you're seeing why he's called the Green Beast. It's GLA, one of the best in the game without a doubt. Maybe the best. It just always turns into buggies versus buggies. Who can get the better trade-offs? Whose Jarman is more patient? But even when you clear a little bit of land, generally you come up against some RPGs and the enemy Jarman, or the enemy builds up enough buggies. It always turns into a bit of a stalemate. But still looks like ViViD is getting the better of most of the trades, I think. Yeah, LoGiCa continues to try to hold 1 Scud Storm against 2 on the battlefield so far. The second one is building for LoGiCa. Even another one being built by ViViD, though. It's going to take him up to a total of 4, I think. And ViViD got a really nice spread on his base, like building a market here. But they're all spread. There's nothing so close together that you can get like a double kill with the Scuds. LoGiCa still has advantage over there, but ViViD has a double advantage there in terms of supplies and has that oil. Yeah, LoGiCa being a little bit brave there, I think, trying to collect from that supply. As long as he gets his Jarman here, that Jarman shouldn't be able to fire on it. LoGiCa is getting a nice number up here. And it does look like he's actually successfully able to collect from these crates and pushing ViViD back a little bit. But he's still against 3 Scud Storms. ViViD's actually fired his. He's just fired it now. Where has that been fired? It is on the palace. Good job I looked at the timers there. It had been fired and it did land on the palace. Luckily we had the camera in the right place at the right time. And ViViD is being pushed back. Now ViViD is going to have to equally take a Scud Storm to the face. That's been fired by LoGiCa, but not the best Scud in the world, if you ask me. It is on top of the production. Would it have been better on that palace? Or is that production the best? Generally, Armstead is pretty hard to kill, but he does kill that one. I think he's just trying to gain the momentum with the buggies at the minute. If we look at ViViD's unit count, he does have nearly a full tunnel. Full Scud Storms against 2. LoGiCa doing pretty well here, but all it takes is one bad buggy trade. And suddenly these numbers go down a little bit. Is LoGiCa continuing to spam the buggies, though? He's got another arms dealer over here. But because his palace got took out, he can't build any more buggies, actually. So what is he making now? Is he making quads, or is he just not making anything for the time being. He's making quads here. John Mikel getting loads of XP there. The XP gap is closing. LoGiCa only 300 behind, or 200 now. Is losing some buggies. Remember, he cannot replace him, whereas ViViD actually can. So was that a mistake there from LoGiCa? Going for an arms dealer when he could have killed the Palace. Maybe. It was a difficult situation regardless. There was no perfect answer, I don't think. ViViD might lose his Jarman here. He does lose his Jarman. Okay, Thinkerhood and Never Scud Storm fired. That one is from ViViD. And it looks to be on the Palace that is literally going to be just finished. Oh no, actually cancelled on 99%. Gets some buggies though. And ultimately does reset the Palace tech, which has to be instantly rebuilt. But all that time though, ViViD's going to be on a Palace, whereas LoGiCa is not. It means no more markets, no more scuds, and no more buggies. Which is kind of bad if you're anything familiar with a GLA mirror. It is generally all about the buggies. And LoGiCa has been defeated. So what do you think LoGiCa's downfall there was? I think from the opening build, ViViD's 3 supply build was just stronger because all the time in the beginning, his economy was like 50% stronger and he was better at killing the workers of LoGiCa. So I think straight away he was on a downward trajectory, LoGiCa. I think he was like maybe 40, 60 behind, something like that. But then ViViD was also really good with that first TNT on the oil in the bottom right, whereas ViViD was really quick to repair his top TNT, and LoGiCa required a full TNT to kill it, like a full technical with 4 or 5 guys inside of it. So ViViD was always a little bit economically ahead, and then at the end of it, you add all that together, and he's basically about, what, 23k ahead, and then just a little bit more efficient with the units, and you add that all together, and that is a comfortable ViViD win. So GG, well played. Let me know what you thought of this in the comments. Yelling Avalanche is this map name, and you can get it, I believe, from my Discord in my main map pack in case you wanted it. So GG, well played, and I'll see you in the next one.